Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Izzy and I are about to take the truck and go get some wood from the Amish. This was supposed to be a trim day, but the wind, I don't know if you could see the trees up there, I'm sure you can. It is very windy and very cold out there, so we need to get wood before it gets slippery out, because I don't know if that truck's going to make it up the hill by the Amish. So what we're going to do is Izzy and I are going to go take the truck, go get another face cord of wood. I'm going to make another rack for it, get it stacked, and then if the wind dies down or if it's just not that bad out, I'll try to get more trim done. But the weather has kind of cleared up, the forecast, so it's not going to snow for at least 6 days now. And tomorrow's going to be just beautiful. So we're going to do wood today and possibly a little trim, but I'm thinking it might be just wood. Okay, you can see that I'm not in the truck and Izzy's not with me. Little side thing here. Oh, those are alpacas right there. We had dropped off the vehicle, the minivan, at a shop down in the valley up here. This is Star Valley, right up ahead. We dropped it off a couple of weeks ago. We were having a problem where the speedometer would drop to 0 and then the vehicle would have like a hard time starting out. It's like it shifts according to the speedometer or something like that. But anyways, he could not get it to fail like that. It fails intermittently. So we picked it up this morning, kind of burned a chunk of the morning. We picked it up and then Cindy was gonna run down to the bank and do some stuff, and it failed on the way down. So she came back up and she wants to get it to the mechanic while it's still failing like that. Hopefully it's still doing it. So she's dropping the minivan back off, so I gotta go pick her up and the dog. Forgot all about the dog. Oh no, the dog's at home. Never mind. I gotta pick her back up, head back home, pick up the truck and the dog, and then we'll head to go see the Amish. This is Star Valley. You can't really see it, but there's a star shape in the valley over that way. And our machine shop is right over here. Okay, Izzy and I are on our way to the Amish to go pick up some more wood. I was having a little bit of an issue with the truck, and then I remembered the cure. This is an older kind of a piece of shit truck, but it's fairly reliable because we got it from the mechanic. He did a lot of work on it. But there's one thing, if I back up in four-wheel drive like I did when I just offloaded all that wood yesterday, if I back up in four-wheel drive, when I go forward you have to stop and then put it in reverse again, and that'll get it out of the, I don't know, it's like stuck in four-wheel drive, and it'll make a really loud whining sound while you're driving. I guess I forgot all about that because I just don't drive it that much, or actually I just don't put it in four-wheel drive going in reverse. So glad I remembered how to do that, and then nothing else happens really. It's just that. There's the guys drilling the well. This is day 2. Yeah, they have to drill through 400 feet of rock. We're up, oh, I'm not sure how high this is right here, but it's at least 300 feet, but it could be 400 feet. This is a fairly high area. Okay, I'll get back with you when we get to the Amish place, I think, unless we see something along the way. Alright, today we're going to go a different way so I can show you a little bit of different scenery. And this way actually is back ways the entire way except for right by our house. So Izzy will be able to stick her nose out the entire way and have nothing to be afraid of. Not sure if you could see this or not, but they actually graze cattle on this. It's a couple terraces and it goes down to the river down there. You can probably see the river. The river just winds all through here. That is the Bad Axe River. B-A-D-A-X-E, Bad Axe. Yep, any little flat spot around here and people use it. It's hard to use the land down at the bottom down there because that floods every year, or almost every year. We're coming through the center of a farm right here. It's kind of like our little farm. House on one side, most of the buildings on the other. This bridge washed out, not last year, but the year before. And they just replaced it last summer, but they didn't get around to seal coating the road right there yet. When Izzy was a little puppy, we would take Natalie down to school and Izzy would go along, and when we got to the real windy parts of the road where it got scary, she would always hide her head. She would tuck her head in between the seat and the door until the scary part was over. She has always been fearful, but not as much as she is now. Hopefully you can see the river down there. It's a pretty cool river. We looked at this property up this way. It was 50 acres and we really wanted it, but then we decided to go take a look at another place and we ended up buying right where we're at. The next year, this place was completely underwater, and it was actually underwater for 2 years in a row. With severe flooding, completely underwater. This entire area goes underwater when the Bad Axe floods. So it was kind of lucky that we didn't get this. It wasn't this actual piece of land, but it looked a lot like this. This right here that we're going through is a dry wash. These are all over the place around here. These go up to ravines going up to the top, and they're just dry washes where they cross the road. But when we get a real heavy rain, that entire road back there will be full of big boulders and gravel, and then they have to come in and doze it out of there. This all used to be farmland, but they don't farm much of it anymore because it floods. Yeah, you can see they're farming that, but this is a little higher up. See, they're growing corn in that tiny little patch in the woods. Every place they can grow it, they grow it. They're growing it right along the edge here. It's pretty bizarre seeing tractors on the hillsides like this. Farmers around here are the bravest farmers there is. This is the land that we nearly bought, and it's actually on both sides of the river. The river's right down here. So we would have owned right up to the road up here and all the way to the other side of the hollow over there. That's it right there. 50 acres worth. A lot of this area around here used to be dairy farms at one time, but now anybody who still has a farm, most of them just run Angus cattle like that. Yeah, I don't even see a farm around here. Whoever owns this is probably way up that way. This farm right here is defunct. There's not even a farmhouse with it anymore. All right, now we got to go up this big old hill, and the Amish are up at the top somewhere. Hard to believe somebody still grows stuff on these hills, but it's like that everywhere around here. I don't know how they farm that without rolling over. Kind of scary, but not too bad, huh? Alright, this hill gets really steep right up ahead. I'm going to shut this camera off for a bit, and I think I'll join you at the top. It's pretty cool. A white barn. White barn with red doors. Alright, we are up at the top. The Amish place is over that way. And if I were to go straight ahead, I would go right off the bluff. There's a bluff straight up ahead and the Mississippi River on the other side of that. But I'm gonna go that way. The Amish still gather up their corn sheaves the way they used to. You could generally tell the Amish houses around here because they're white like that, just pure white. Not a lot of ornamentation or anything. And I forgot to mention, The Amish still all use the old windmills. That's a working windmill. I showed that well driller before. I don't know if they drill wells, but they take these old windmills and just refurbish them, and they still work. Some Amish horses. That one over there is a draft horse. You'll see these draft horses hauling wagons up these monstrous hills around here. Pretty strong horses. I'd say this area is probably 80% Amish. And there's an Amish schoolhouse. Okay, the place I'm looking for is right after the Hickory Ridge Bakery. There's their sign right there. It's off through this field. You could see one of their kids is building a house on the land, and the main house is on the other side of the field. Izzy remembers going here. Okay, yeah, they're working on that little kid's house, or not little kid, but working on the kid's house right now. Alright, I'm gonna shut this camera off for a little bit, and hopefully I'll show you a little bit when we're down in there. This is Izzy's friend, the Amish dog. They don't drive cars, but either does she. You can talk to her as soon as I get out. Hopefully somebody will come down. I don't really want to go up to the door, but that's the wood back there. It's a big job loading this up, so I gotta get going. Okay, you two talk to each other, okay? Okay, another look at the Amish farm here. That's Izzy's friend, the dog. And this is all the wood that they sell. I don't know how many cords are here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably 6 cords here. There was wood in that one when I came last time at the very end, and now that's gone. I'm glad I got this just in case I can't get out and cut a bunch of wood this year. I want to at least be able to cut a face cord this much this year, but it doesn't look like I'm going to have the time to do it, and having this on hand is going to be really nice. All right, let's head back. All right, shall we see if we can get up this hill with a couple tons of wood? I don't know how much that weighs, but it's got to be at least a ton. Yeah, this thing does it like a champ. Biggest problem with this truck is that it's rusty as hell, and that bed back there, I don't know how well it's held on, but I guess we'll find out if it falls off. Okay, we're on our way. Oh, I kind of missed it. The main road is on the other side of this field, and this is a back road, and then heads down into the hollow down there. Just wanted to show this farm here. I just love them sheaths of corn. Again, I don't know why they stack them like that, what the purpose is and what they do with them. I'm gonna have to find that out. Yeah, this is a really nice little Amish farm right here. How you doing, big girl? Nothing scary on this trip, huh? All right. That is Star Valley down there. You can see 3 of the points, but there are 5, I believe. That's where we took the car earlier. It's up that valley up that way though. And now we're on this ridge top. This is a really tall ridge here. Now look at how they farm this stuff. I'm not sure how well you can see this, but some of the fields get to be nearly 45 degrees. Or at least that's the way it looks. They're probably not, but I don't know. If you're a farmer, that would scare the crap out of you. This is a pretty steep hill, so I don't want the truck to gain a lot of steam because I have a lot of weight on it. Brakes are real good on this truck, so I got that going for me, but you never know. You could see where it washed out right here. We get that every year on various hills. The whole side caved in. I'd hate to be driving down this road at night when the side caves in like that. This farm field right here, this stuff right by the road, I mean, that is 45 degrees right there. Just insane. And there's a tiny little patch on the other side over there. You can see they farm everything. If it's even anywhere near flat, they farm it. And that's the way it is everywhere around here. These were some very, very, very rugged people, at least at one time. There's the eagle's nest right there. Oh, probably can't see it now. See if we can see it right through here. There it is. Up at the top of the tree in the back there, the big dark thing. Those nests are gigantic. I don't see the eagles though. but they're around. That's our ridge on the other side. There's been a couple roads that go across to get to it that I've passed up so far, and that's because they are all very steep. I'm going way towards the river. The river is right up here. I'm going way towards the river because the roads going up the ridge are a lot shorter there. I tried doing a little filming just a second ago, but I had a car right behind me and I had to let him go by. I'm going kind of slow because I got so much weight in here. Oh, we got something in the road up here. Is that a dog? Yeah, it's a dog. There's no humans around though. What do you think, Izzy? Do you see it? Oh, I know that dog. That guy right there, he owns that farm that we just went past. A few days ago, I did a video about the fearless deer. The deer kept looking over its shoulder. He was looking at that dog, that big old black lab, old black lab. See how white his face was? Got a little bit of an Oak Savanna right here. That's kind of what they look like, except this has a little too many trees. Okay. So where was I? Oh, I tried filming back there. I had the car behind me, and then the battery ran out. But I went past several roads that went across that big valley back there. And I did not take any of those ways because the hills going up on this side were just way too steep for such a big load of wood. So I had to come all the way down here where that ridge right there on the other side of it is the Mississippi River. So we're real close to the river. Alright, right up here, right next to this organic farm here, I'm gonna hang a left and go up the hill. Izzy gets all excited when we're on our road. Sticks her head all the way out the window, takes big breaths. She can smell it's our place. Alright, I'm gonna have to back this thing in. It's not gonna be easy. Okay, we're back, but it's almost 3:30. No time to get this stacked tonight. That took, I think, 2.5, 3 hours last time. So I'm going to just call it quits for today and get back to it tomorrow. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.